Hi, I'm Jody Sharpe, and I write books about angels. And today on my YouTube, I want to talk a little bit about bullying and about the children of the world. You know, I've been so saddened with the wars raging, and I feel like, what's wrong with adults? Where are their hearts? I feel that we have a responsibility as adults, and this is what I keep talking about in my videos, to be the examples for children and to keep the children safe from harm and the bullying. I was just with my grandchildren, and they believe in Santa and the innocence of children, and their parents try to protect them as much and give them a good life. But there's bullies out there. There's already been bullying in their lives, and I just don't understand people's hearts. And we owe it to the children to be very careful about social media and about teaching hate. And I want to give an example of my late daughter, Kate. When she was a little girl, she asked if she was 6, and she said, could this little girl named Jenny come home with her on the bus? Now, this was years ago, 40-something years ago, where we weren't as concerned about the bus and school shootings and everything. So I talked to the mother on the phone, sure. And so little Jenny came home on the bus. But little Jenny was originally from Africa, and she had a different color skin as my daughter Kate. And Kate never mentioned it because kids don't see those things. They're taught the hate. And since we all come from the same place, we all come from stardust, is a beautiful example of we're all from the same place. And so I always wonder what happens. Is it in childhood where people become hardened? I've lost my daughter, and years ago, I lost her years ago also in a car accident. But I was determined that I would keep going and not become bitter when I got older, and I'm not bitter. So I want to tell you about a miracle that happened. I mean, I was devastated when Kate passed away, and a voice in a dream, which I now believe was an angel, said, go to the bookstore and buy Charlotte's Web, the book. There'll be a message in it for you. And so I went. I got up, I went to the bookstore, and I bought this book I had never read. My children had seen a cartoon, and so I knew it was about a pig and a spider. Well, it was about, I read it all afternoon. Charlotte and Wilbur made this wonderful friendship, and she saved his life, really, at the state fair. It's a beautiful story if you've never read it. But as I read it, I thought, well, how does this have to do with Kate? So as I read, there it was on the very last page. And I almost can say it to you verbatim, but it read, no one would take the place of Charlotte and Wilbur's heart, but he would go on his life on the farm, loving her children and her grandchildren. And that's what I've done with my life. I've decided in many ways, many miracles that happened, to go on and love my children and now my grandchildren and my husband and my animals and my friends. And I didn't turn bitter. And I tried to help my children through bullying because I was bullied as a teenager. It's a terrible thing. And so we have to love each other. And the only thing that came to mind when I was doing this video also was get in touch with your angels. I know I met an angel once long ago after my daughter died too, on a girls' trip. And I've mentioned that before. This man was one day at a store, and the next day I was an hour away at another store with my friend Nancy, and there he was again and talked to me about, I don't know, about life and going on. And these things are miracles. And so I want to express how, look for miracles, talk to your angels, talk to your children about bullying, keep them safe, and try to be the best you can, be the example, because we can't change the world. We can only change ourselves and how we respond to it. And that's what I try to do in all my books. I try to write love and peace and harmony and how people come together. Because we have a beautiful earth, a beautiful world, and maybe there's a revealing light coming. Maybe we will all someday figure this all out. I hope so. And until then, I hope to see you again, and keep on loving, learning, and helping others. Bye for now.